We all grew up with some kind of animation in our childhoods, and whether or not we noticed it, animation dives deep into emotion using different creative elements such as colours, music, and storytelling. We begin with the technique in storytelling, and a brilliant example of that is Pixar's Up. The creators of Up really know the concepts of storytelling. We are shown the concept of show don't tell when we see the backstory of how Carl and Ellie make a life together. The characters don't talk but only play their role through their actions in the sequence, which is a powerful way to tell a story visually. We don't even need the characters to talk because everything is explained in a visual timeline of their life from getting married to growing old together and the major events in between. We see this again in Pixar's WALL-E. The little robot shows us his life in a messy, garbage-filled world where he seems to be the only one left cleaning up in the introduction of the film. Again, there is no spoken words but visual representations that tell us a glimpse of what happened to Earth and why WALL-E is there. WALL-E doesn't speak apart from the words that he learns from things he finds and people who speak to him, but this is done well through the element of storytelling, so that we don't need him to explain what is going on because we already see it through his surroundings and other characters like Eve. Through this element, we feel a sense of loneliness in his world. The second element to look at here is music. Music has made an impact on films, but more particularly animation films, to enhance the emotion being portrayed. We see here in Lion King when Mufasa is killed and Simba is left by himself trying to wake his father up. Without the use of music, yes, the scene would still be heartbreaking, but we are more emotionally involved with the music there. In contrast to the scene, music is used in the final scene of Lion King, in triumph of Simba returning home and saving his rightful kingdom from his evil Uncle Scar and high-ended sidekicks, giving us, the viewers, the feeling of satisfaction and victory. In Monsters Inc., a sense of panic is portrayed through its music when Sully and Mike, along with Boo, are running from their rogue CEO, Mr. Waternoose, and Nemesis Scarab Randall. We are hyped and made to feel that this is an intense scene and can't help but egg the characters on to get to safety. Melancholic music is played while Sally has to put Boo back into her room after their big adventure, and it becomes obvious through sound that it is a sad parting. Finally, we explore how colour is used to depict emotion, and the first animated movie in this category is Pixar's Inside Out. All is well in the beginning as we see a representation of how the inside of our heads function through 5 emotional characters: joy, anger, sadness, disgust, and fear. Once the plot rolls into action, we see that memory is touched by sadness, and the colour is changed from a happy yellow to a sad blue. The 5 islands, goofball, hockey, honesty, family, and friendship, are then in danger of shutting down, and we see the colour drain from the structure of the first island called goofball, indicating the feeling of numbness and disinterest in Riley for that particular aspect of her life. Towards the end, joy and sadness make it back to Riley's headquarters with the core memories and revive the islands just in time for Riley's happiness. As these islands are revived, they replenish with colour, giving it life. Inside Out is full of emotion, and the writers definitely hit the mark with representing emotion with the use of colour. Here in Moana, we follow a girl who is destined to become chief of her village, but also destined to save the earth from an overrunning darkness, taking away resources from islands all around the world. This darkness was caused by a character called Maui and his action to steal the heart of Te Fiti. Moana demands Maui to go with her to return the heart of Te Fiti, and as they do, colour returns to all the islands that were dying. Using colours in these ways is a great way to represent emotion and symbolise the character's story. The concept of light and darkness is shown well through colour in these 2 animation films of Inside Out and Moana. So there we have it. These 6 animation films have used different creative elements such as storytelling, music, and colour to represent emotions and other aspects of the story to benefit the outcome and purpose of the movie.